Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We have got live show match action coming at you right now. It's going to be on GSL's Antigua Shipyard. Best of 5 here between KNIGHTer and Bioice. This is going to be actually a very, very nice matchup here. I believe it is going to be a Protoss versus Zerg. And Sasquatch already approves of the show match. Wow, that's good. Yeah, we'll get him for next. Whoops. Next. But cool, so here in this best of 5, game 1, Bioice going to be spawning as our purple Zerg down here at the 8 o'clock position. Up here at the 2 o'clock position, it is KNIGHTer. It looks like we are going to have a slight pause here for just a second. He must need to, like, wash his hands or something, is my guess. He just got done eating. KNIGHTer, always funny, man. That guy is... He's always so busy, cracks me up. Always has something to do. Always has something to do. But he's a really, really great player as well as a good friend. Really tons of fun. He does have his website up, so if you guys want to go check out his website, it is knighter.ca. KNIGHTER.ca. Go check it out. He does have a promotional video there that I got to work on a little bit. I think he's got some of my clips in there, so go check it out. Tell me if you guys like that. And yeah, but good stuff here. KNIGHTer is going to be in this cross position. Of course, we are on GSL's Antigua, so it does force that cross position, and it looks like he's going to go for a Forge Fast Expand here. I like this play. Forge Fast Expands tend to work very, very well on this map. You still have that high ground advantage here, and this is not too wide to wall off. So nice little play there, and he's going to be sending out his Probe Scout. Now, interesting move here from Bioice. He is sending his Overlord to this position down here, so he must not know that we are on GSL. Probably need to make that clear to him before the game. Part of that is going to be my fault. Part of it is going to be his. Obviously, you want to be aware of what maps you're playing on. But all in all, he should be just fine. 15 supply here. Looks like he is going to go for a fast expansion in just a moment. So he's starting to float some minerals. Oh, no, he's not. Spawning pool going down. Spawning pool going down indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And there is that spawning pool. So 15 pool here. Looks like KNIGHTer trying to get a probe or a drone kill here. Looks like he may even get it. Oh, that's close. Wow, nice control there from Bioice. Does save his drone as well as pick up the kill. KNIGHTer almost got it done. Oh, these guys they're about as cracked up with it as I am, it appears. But good stuff here. Back at KNIGHTer's base, he does have his Forge down. Looks like Bioice going to try for the blockage here. Oh, it is going to be an Evo chamber. Ladies and gents, that is not going to make KNIGHTer super happy, I can tell you that. Photon Cannon, however, is going to be going down. It looks to be, I think that's in range. Yeah, it looks like it's in range there. And back here at the main of Bioice, he does have his expansion going down in very, very good time. Notice no gas from him quite yet. Yeah, but he's going to be okay. Checking that units tab, he is going to be slightly behind, not by too much. Part of that is because of this little forward position he is taking. Evo chamber is complete. It is going to be dying off here slowly. And it looks like KNIGHTer is going to be able to get the kill here on that Evo. But Bioice will be stopping this expansion for just a little while yet. And that is probably not going to make KNIGHTer super happy. Gateway has gone down here for KNIGHTer. Looks like he's trying to block this ramp just a little bit with a probe. But that is definitely not tight at this point. So you're going to see him toss down his Cyber Core and... Ooh. Photon Cannon, cleaning that sucker out. Looks like KNIGHTer is going to toss down his expansion now. Looks to be good. A third going down here for Bioice. He does have that down right before the 5-minute mark. 4.5 minutes in there. Really good stuff. In production, we do see some queens. Looks like he's going to be sending one down here already to his expansion. Appears to be in great shape there. Spawning pool complete. Still no gas for him. I'm not going to be working on that Zergling speed, and he hasn't even got a Zergling out on the field. Look at that. Oh, no, he's got 2. Take that back. Where did they go? There they are. They're cruising around. Looking for pylons, looking for proxy pylons, tech, hidden probes. You know what I'm talking about. Back here at KNIGHTer's base, we do have another pylon going down. He's going to complete that wall up there just a little bit better. Still don't think he's quite blocking that. Not sure. Or is not able to block it, I should say, with a Zealot. It appears to be a little bit too open there. But in the meantime, his Nexus is going to complete. And he does have his 1 gas, a 2nd gas on the way. all in all, not too bad of a play here. 24 probes right now for Knighter to 26 drones. Bioice taking a slight lead there. And here comes a scouting zealot. Looks like gonna see some interesting control here, I would hope. Micro. Oh, almost. Oh, not bad. He only lost one ling. Did get a nice little surround there on Knighter's scouting zealot. That's basically what he turned into. But he did pick up a kill. Obviously not an even trade thus far. But Bioice going to be cruising out across the field with these lings. We got another probe cruising forward. I assume he's going to put down a pylon in this position here or right here. Those are really great places. Look at the close proximity to his opponent's base there. You can warp in units here on the low ground. It keeps your pylon there very, very safe. Always a nice place to put them. He's got one up here in this position too. Looks like he can warp in outside of his base there. So nice little play here so far from Knighter. He does have that expansion up and running. Looks like it's saturated there fairly well. 33, now 34 probes to the 41 drones. Bioice taking the lead. And no more gas right now for Knighter. So it looks like he is just going to be sticking on Gateway Tech here for just a little while. But 2 gas, not too bad. He should be able to get a decent amount of stalkers or sentries out for an army. 4 defense here in just a little while. Back here at Bioice base, you do see basically nothing at this point. He did put down his Roach Warren, did grab a couple gas, is going to be working on an Evo chamber here as well. But man, he is just macroing up like a fiend at this point, taking that economy to the nth degree. Going to get some serious money. 53 drones for him right now to 40 probes of Knighter. Looking good. He does have his speed about to complete. And a couple spore crawlers going to be going down here as well. So here comes a couple more zealots from Knighter. Are they going to be able to do some damage? There's a spore crawler here. We do have a queen. Looks like we're going to see some warp-ins, and it's going to be a bunch of zealots. Going to see some pressure here in just a moment. I like this play. Always good idea to go ahead and send some zealots into your opponent's base if they do not have tons of defense. Roaches here going to be doing a little bit of kiting, waiting for their reinforcements, but here they come. A couple more roaches here and they're going to be super helpful. Looks like this is going to be an interesting little engagement. A good bunch of roaches here. Notice he focused down. Great play there, focusing down that stalker right away. Here comes some more stalkers though from Knighter. Bioice going to need a couple more units here. The queen almost getting sniped. She is not quite dead yet. Bioice trying to move those overlords for us there. That was awfully nice of him. And the roaches look like they will be able to clean this up here fairly well. He's trying to kill off those stalkers. That's where the gas is, so he wants to focus those down where possible. Plus, they're also that ranged unit. So, and kiting with them can be extremely easy. Notice, oh, look at this. Knighter going to go ahead and take down this destructible debris. Not a bad little play. In the meantime, though, Bioice is gearing up for some more roaches. He does have missile attacks level 1 on the way, as well as his roach speed on the way. Just barely started, but at least the missile attack level 1 will be complete here in just a few moments. +1 already complete here for Knighter. And we're about to see this attack take place yet again. Bioice should have decent numbers here to defend. More roaches in production. Wow, 15 roaches in production right now for Bioice. And Knighter going to have to back out here in just a little bit. He's got a decent amount of units, but I'll tell you what, this many roaches, as soon as these guys get out on the field, that is going to be an overwhelming number here for Knighter. Now, Knighter has not taken another base. He has, however, taken more gas in his natural and is currently working on some Colossus, but it looks like this little detachment of soldiers are going to get taken out here by Bioice. Great defense thus far from him, and Knighter going to have to back out with a few remaining stalkers. These pylons here are going to be at risk now. Did put 2 of them down. It's kind of interesting, but 2 of them will be at risk moving forward. I would assume Bioice is going to send some lings out to take these guys down in just a bit. Still Knighter with no second or third base, rather. No third base. He is going to be working on those Colossus, though, very quickly, and his Thermal Lance upgrade going down right at this moment. Do you see a Hydralisk again going to be on the way, as well as Missile Attack level 2 for Bioice right now. So he's beefing up his army there pretty good. +1 armor is going to be on the way here for our Protoss player, Knighter. And he's still just kicking it on these gates. He doesn't have tons of unit production, but he does have his 3rd going down finally. I think this is in pretty decent time. Right after the 12-minute mark, definitely not late. But Bioice now moving out across the map with an extremely large army. Notice he is going to be streaming Zerglings behind this. Knightr is down on the low ground, ready and waiting for the fight. We could see some good force fields here. Not too bad. Good little force fielding going to take place. Very, very helpful. The second Colossus is out on the field. It's going to be extremely helpful. That DPS is exactly what Knightr needs here to defend. It looks like Bioice is going to be staved off here for the moment. Knightr being as cost-effective with these units as he can. Those force fields super effective thus far. Oh my goodness, look at this. Bioice up on the high ground, but now cruising back down. Good force fielding there yet again. He's going to be trying to chase down these Colossus. Oh, and he does get the snipe on one, and this guy is in danger still. He's backing out there. Good little kiting maneuver, but wow, Bioice cruising up to the high ground, taking out. Now this wall is going to make it a lot easier for units to get in. More roaches going to be stringing out across the map, as well as a bunch of lings headed that way right now, and he's going to go up here and go ahead and deny this Nexus. Going to start to put Knightr potentially behind. He's currently working on some Immortals here and having to now rebuild his Cybernetics core. There it is right there, rebuilding that Cyber core. Not a fun situation to be in. Notice the supply counts here, 169 to 65. Knightr in dire straits at this point. That is a heck of a lot of roaches, and off he goes. And there it is. GG, well played for Knightr. Game 1 going to Bioice very, very quickly there. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Game number 2 between these gentlemen will be on the way in just a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We do have live show match action. It is going to be a best of 5 between Bioice and CVG's Knightr, Convergence Gaming's Knightr. He is going to be battling it out. He is currently down 1 game, though. This is game 2, so Bioice taking a very early lead in this best of 5. Wants to make that continue here, I would assume. They are going to be spawning on MLG Shakur's Plateau this time. However, we'll see how this is going to go. Knightr is going to be our yellow Protoss down here in the bottom right, and in the bottom left we do find Bioice kicking it as our purple Zerg. Looking good, looking good. Great game there in game number 1. Bioice with a very, very strong roach push. He was really on top of his upgrades there. Looking pretty solid. And Knightr not too bad with his upgrades. It just didn't, I think, man, that 2-base play not working put him behind. And, I mean, you've got to be able to take that third either sooner or it's got to be a lot stronger of a push. So we'll see how that's going to go for him here in game number 2. Notice he is going to be going for what appears to be a Forge Fast Expand, is sending out his scout in cross positions first. Not going to see anybody there, so is going to back out, go down here to this position, knows where his opponent is at this point. We'll see how he's going to proceed. 13 supply, so yeah, Forge first here. Forge first indeed. Bioice going to be tossing down his spawning pool here. It is a 15 pool. Interesting play. Knightr cruising into the mineral line. Looks like he's going to try and pick up another kill. Not this time. Bioice just going to chase him off. That was actually really good in that last game. It was great control early on from Bioice and from Knightr as well. So good stuff so far from these guys. Boy, I'm interested to see what you guys are thinking here for game 2. Do you think Knight's going to come back pretty strong here in game 2, or do you think Bioice's kind of power position, I mean, really controlled that game well, I think, in that last one. Do you think he's going to continue that in this game? Who's your guesses? Press 1 for Bioice, press 2 for Knightr. Be interested to see what you guys are thinking. Knightr trying to cruise in here and take down his Nexus. We do have a blocking drone from Bioice. Looks like Knightr is going to have to back out here. Careful, careful. Don't want to lose your probe. And the drone being as pesky as possible. Down goes your... Ooh, there we go. Down goes your Nexus for Knightr. She does get it down, but great blockage there from Bioice is absolutely going to cost him a little bit of time. But same thing going down here for Knightr. Does put down a pylon here to block the expansion of Bioice. Bioice going to have to break that sucker down, and down goes that expand for Bioice, only moments behind Knight's expansion there. So not too bad, but you know, it makes a difference. It can throw these players' timings off just a little bit. At this level of play, man, they really don't like being blocked that way. But of course, at this level of play, you also do have to take into account that they know how to swing with these punches, and it's pretty easy for them to come back and figure out what's going on pretty quickly. So good stuff from these guys. Knightr is tossing down a gateway here for his wall off. He does block this ramp with a probe at this point. Notice that Bioice doing some good scouting, wants to make sure there are no hidden probes or pylons in his base. up here on the top side of the map. Doesn't like getting proxied. Always good scouting, however. And I do want to mention that Goku out on the live stream making a really great point here. The nice thing for Bioice is he can do any build that he wants at this point because he is ahead in this best of 5. And I think that's a great point. Bioice taking the control early, taking down that win, does give him a lot more control over the best of 5 in general. And so now the burden really is on Knighter to start coming back here in game number 2. He's going to be cruising out across the map with a single Zealot. We'll see how much damage this guy is going to be able to do. He is bringing a probe with. And your Zergling is going to be evacuating. Looks like we're going to cruise up here to the 3rd. Knighter headed this way. The hatchery probably not going to get sniped by the single Zealot. Ooh, 1 kill there for the Zealot. Couple kills there for the Zealot, not too bad. Almost paid for himself there, but Bioice does clean him up in pretty decent style. However, he did sneak a probe in here, so it looks like Bioice is going to have to re-look around this base just to see what's going on. But we do have that probe hiding here. Could see a potential, maybe some cannoning here, potentially. It's always fun to see cannons go down at this position. However, Bioice is holding position with this Zerg for just a little while, so not going to happen too very quickly. We'll see how that's going to play out here in just a little bit. Back here at Knighter's base, we do have a tech pattern chosen. It is going to be a Stargate. Just the one Stargate for now. He is also crewing and boosting out ground weapons level 1 and getting that cybernetics warp gate research. Warp gate technology is super, super effective. Looks like a scouting overlord here for Bioice, going to cruise through. Wants to see what's going on in Knighter's base. I don't blame him here. A couple more gateways going down. It's just going to be these 4 total so far. But here comes your Stargate. It is going to be complete. Bioice cruising towards that direction with his overlord. Looks like he does have the possibility of scouting this sucker out. That would be a nice play for him at this point. And Knighter still no response here. He doesn't really have any units out to respond with, however. Oh, here comes Knighter. He is going to be tossing down something here, at least a pylon. Pylon. CP is going to go for some cannons here. Cannons always a great choice, I think, at this 3rd, especially after it's up and running. You can get them up on the high ground. You can take out a lot of drones up here with that play. And Bioice did cruise through here, and it felt like that was enough, but he should have noticed that probe disappearing during that one Zealot push. Oh, it's going to be Warpins instead for Knighter, so he's not going to commit any extra, well, I mean, he's committing resources here, but he's not going to commit buildings here. They're a little bit expensive. That's okay. Not too bad. These Zealots doing a lot of damage. Taking out a good bunch of Roaches. Roaches now, plenty of reinforcements here for Bioice, but here comes some more Zealots. The Warpin going to continue. Taking out the economy. This is great stuff here. We do have a Void Ray on the way here for Knighter. Actually, he's already got one complete. He's going to be chrono boosting out a second one, it appears, as well as picking up his robotics facility, but we do see a Hydralisk Den on the way. Knighter doing a great job taking out the economy here, but oh wow, I mean, these Roaches have cleaned it up pretty quickly. Not bad at all. Looks like he's going to cruise up here to the high ground. In the meantime, we do have a Void Ray. He did cruise in here. Looks like he didn't get tons done, but he did pick up 1 kill. Does not look like it was the Queen, so probably a drone is what we'll guess at this point. But here comes your double Void Rays now. We'll see how these guys are going to play out. Ooh, going to try and get the snipe on the Queen. Always like it. Ooh, he's going to take out the Hydralisk again before Groove Spines is going to complete. Well, CP is going to be able to get the snipe here, but we've got a Queen whapping away at these guys. Here comes your 3rd Void Ray. Looks to be in great shape. And Phoenix now going to be out on the field here momentarily as well. And Warpin's back again for Knighter. Looks like Bioice is going to be able to take down that pylon. But wow, these Zealots have been super effective, I think, thus far. Uh-oh, Knighter did lose one of his Void Rays, but he did manage to take down the Hydralisk Den. And a second Void Ray going down. It's a great snipe here from Bioice. In the meantime, Knighter is working on Immortals. He assumes at this point that it's going to be a Roach push eventually, and he wants to be prepared for that. Now he is also going to have to worry about Hydras here. That Hydralisk Den is going to be back out on the field here momentarily, but a lot of Roaches currently in production here for Bioice. He's going to start putting together a pretty nice looking army. We are going to see an attack, I would assume, for Bioice in just a little while. Notice that his supply count is way the heck ahead right now. What is that, 30, 40 almost? Over 40. Well, exactly 40 now. But 40 plus now for Bioice supply over Niter. Niter's still on 2 bases. So I'm very interested as his decision making here. Generally speaking, you want to get that third base. That confident third is what I'm told by several people. Confident third is the big difference between your lower level players and your higher level players. Sham2 said that. Confident third is what he says. But a third is going down here for Niter. It appears to be in pretty decent time. He is getting it down before the 13-minute mark, so I mean, what can I say? It is fairly confident. Looks to be in good shape. He is going to be tossing down some more gateways here to block off this little area here, as well as putting down some photon cannons for some defense. Not a bad little idea. In the meantime, Bioice, though, firmly on his 3-base play. His main is getting a little bit low, not too bad. He just has to remember that it's going to be time to take another base here in just a little bit. Notice he's going to be grabbing a Spire as well. Good upgrades for him. He's got +2 on the way currently for missile attacks. His +1 Carapace on the way as well, which is going to leave these guys with that +1 here for the time being. And back here at Niter's army, they do have their +1 complete as well. And no upgrades on the way. However, we do have a Twilight Council going to be out on the field here momentarily. So I assume +2 will be on shortly thereafter. More Void Rays here for Niter. So he's really picking up a lot of these tech units, trying to mix these guys in. He's got a bunch of Immortals here, 3 of them, and 3 Void Rays currently mixed into his army, and he has a lot of force fields at the ready. So nice looking army composition here. But it is going to come down to those force fields because Bioice is going to overrun him. Oh my goodness, he is absolutely going to overrun him with these Roaches and Hydras, and this is scary, scary looking army here. +2, +1 on these guys. More Roaches on the way. Our Spire about to be complete. We do have Blink on the way currently. It looks like these guys are going to take the opportunity to skirt this little position here, and it is going to be an engagement. Good force fields there. Going to be splitting that army very, very well, taking out quite a few of these units there quickly. Not a bad little deal, and then Niter going to back out immediately, and Bioice appears to be doing the same thing. Keeping that Overseer in his army, smart little idea. Flyer attack level 1 is on the way. He's also grabbing his Corruptors, so it looks like he is going to be teching straight to Broods here, I would assume, in just a little while. But his Corruptors will be fairly helpful against these Voids. I mean, they're not they're okay. I mean, it's going to be okay, but the best thing really is that when he does choose, he can start his transition into Broodlords. And I think at this point, given his economy, I would like to see him take 4th base here, but given his economy, given his position, he is currently maxed out on this army. I think that he's going to be in phenomenal shape to start transitioning into those tier 3 units. But great force fields here in this engagement. Looks like Bioice taking out quite a few units, but Niter being cost-effective with these units, and that is a good thing for him at this point. Bioice having to back out there. He's going to have a bunch more Roaches in production. His Flyer attack is going to be complete here momentarily, as well as his Roach speed. And Carapace level 2, so he's really beefing up this ground army. Going to be sticking with it here for just a little while. Some Archon's going to be on the way for Niter. And, yeah, that's great. Where did he get them from? I'm assuming it was High Templar. Can't find his tech. Where is he hiding it? There it is. There it is. It is a Templar Archive. I had missed that earlier. Templar Archive. We do have that Twilight Council. He did finish the Blink up. But a couple Archons in this mix. Good couple Void Rays. And here comes your attack. Bioice completely maxed out here yet again, and he still hasn't taken a 4th base, so, I mean, while he is okay right now, he does need to consider taking that 4th base here relatively soon. Nice force fields here again from Niter, blocking most of this army off there very, very well. Bioice going to have to back out again. Beautiful job there. Niter taking a 4th already, so I like this play quite a bit from Niter. Going to start taking the lead here economically. Let's just check in on that units tab. 63 drones right now for Bioice to 59 probes. But cvgKnighter going to be taking this position up in pretty good time. Looks like he is going to start tossing down some photon cannons here, I would assume. In the meantime, Bioice kicking it yet again with a maxed out army, or just about anyway. More Hydra's going to be out on the field, but Knighter beefing up. He's really been holding on to a lot of units. You can see this Immortal in here with 8 kills. It's crazy training. That guy's got 4. That guy's brand new. He's got 0. 5 on that guy. I mean, these guys have picked up a lot of kills. They've done a lot of damage. If you check units lost, it is going to be favoring Knighter. So, I mean, that's 3,000 minerals difference that Bioice has kind of, you know, tossed away in some respects. But, I mean, this is really what he wants. He wants to be trading armies where possible, doing as much damage to Knighter as he possibly can. He doesn't want him to get maxed out, and in a position where he can just do whatever he wants. Bioice is still maintaining a good amount of control in this game, but Knighter is beefing up this army in a very big way. Look at him holding on to all these Immortals is extremely good play. Holding on to these Archons as well, very, very helpful. And Bioice maxed out again, but I mean, this is where Knighter can really, really begin to catch up in some respects and also take a lead in many respects, because I mean, he's got great tech, great upgrades. He does have that +3 complete. Probably going to see some armor upgrades from him in the moment. Yep, there we go, armor upgrade. What do you know? And Void Ray is going to be still in production. He's really keeping a nice unit composition here. And Bioice, and he's securing a 4th. It is complete. He is going to transfer some drones up there, but I think it's about time for him to start transitioning into Greater Spire. And yeah, I think is going to be his best play here. Knighter gearing up to be maxed out here in just a little while. Gearing up indeed. Looks like we're going to see a small Hydra drop somewhere. Where is it going? Good force fields there for, well, almost good force fields. Bioice backing out there very, very quickly. We'll check in on that drop here in just a moment. Looks like we're going to have a drop up here. What do we got in there? Hydras? Yep, Hydras it is. He's going to drop this position. Could potentially clear this sucker out. Looks like Bioice going to be in okay position here for the engagement. Going to go ahead and trade armies here because he is double dropping. Look, his army disappears here, but look at this. He's dropping those Hydras back here in this mineral line as well. And Knighter did, I mean, he did evacuate some of them, but he killed off Bioice's army, but he is going to lose that Nexus, and that is a big snipe right now for Bioice, who is currently now even in the supply count, so he does have to be careful. He lost his entire army here, obviously going to be able to remax it very, very quickly, and he's doing exactly that. A bunch of Roaches, a bunch of Hydras back on the field here. +2/+2 on these guys is looking really, really good. Here comes your defense. Looks like this Nexus is going to stand. Knighter in a great defensive position, but retaking this 4th base immediately. In the meantime, Bioice masking up another army. Wow. Oh, goodness. Goodness. And taking another base. I like this play. I think he absolutely has to do this at this point. He's really got to stay on top of that economy. His main not quite mined out, but I mean, check that units tab. He does have a slight drone advantage, and now spreading that out across as many bases as possible, where Knighter doesn't really feel like poking out of his base at this point, I think is really going to be helpful. Here comes a big push, however. Knighter is going to start getting, I think, aggressive here. That's a lot of Archons. +3/+1 armor on these guys. Not bad at all. But look at all of these Immortals. That's great. 8 Immortals in this army. Beautiful, beautiful unit composition. I'm going to tell you, man, this is going to be a scary army here. It's going to be cruising forward. And we will see how he is going to proceed. Bioice currently maxed out. He does have a whole slew of Roach Hydra. Here comes your attack. Knighter trying to be careful here. Do not blame him. Do not blame him at all, but both of these guys are pretty well maxed out at this point, and it's just going to come down to who can make the first mistake, potentially. I don't know. I mean, what do you think is the best play here for Bioice? My guess is still Broods. Archon's not actually super effective against Broodlords. Nice little play here from Bioice, doing some small dropping here and there. And here comes your attack, though, from Knighter. Uh-oh, Spinecrawler Forest going down for Bioice. It is going to be late, however. Bioice moving in. He is going to have a nice little concave against Knighter at this point, but that is so many Immortals. These Immortals just going to be picking up kills like crazy. You can see the Knighters army falling down just a little bit faster. Bioice, however, is remaxing very quickly. That's part of the deal here for him. He's got a whole bunch of roaches in production, but you can see in the end, Knightr does come out on top in a very, very big way with these high-tech units there. Immortals with so many kills. Look at that, 14 on that guy, 9 on that guy. I mean, this is adding up to be scary, scary, scary. Good old-fashioned stuff here. Knightr cruising in. Going to be taking out quite a few very important units. Queen's going down, Overlord's going down, the Nexus going down here at this natural, and Bioice could be in a little bit of trouble here in Game 2. Knightr now with 144 supply to 97. I just don't think Bioice made it to that Greater Spire tech quite fast enough. He is going to be losing that Greater Spire before it even gets out on the ground. So, good learning lesson and great comeback thus far from Knightr. Got to love it. Beautiful play. He played so defensively, so very well defended the entire time. And then finally got his army so scary that he could just kind of push. And there's your GG from Bioice. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Game number 2 will be headed your way here or 3 rather, will be headed your way. It's currently tied up 1-1, so we'll catch you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack, finally getting into Game 3 here. We did have quite a long break there for just a moment. Knightr had to get some food in him. He had to get some chicken in him, if you know what I mean, brother. And he did indeed do exactly that. I had a bad split. Oh, wow, I sure hope not. Nope, they're fine. Look, they're mining. Yeah, no Rees. I think we waited long enough. Bioice is going to be our purple Zerg. Down here at the 6 o'clock position, over here at the 8 o'clock in close positions by air, it is Knightr, spawning as our yellow Protoss. It is currently 1-1 in this best of 5 series. Tied up, got to love that. We'll see who's going to make it match point, and that is exactly what we'll see here in just a moment. One of these guys will have a match point on their hands. That is always a fun position to be in. See who it's going to be. We do have our scout here from Knightr cruising out across the field. This guy is going to make it up into Bioice base in just a moment. Good stuff. Notice that Bioice always keeping these close mineral patches doubled up. Isn't that cool? Super smart stuff. Super smart stuff. He really gains quite an economic advantage there very, very early by doing that. Good stuff. It takes a little bit of extra control, but you know what? In the first couple minutes of your game, you don't really have much other things to do, so it's a really great thing to do. It does have his spawning pool going down as well as an extractor here, so it is going to be that early pool, and Knightr is going to be working on a Forge Fast Expand. I like it. Forge Fast expanding on this map. Beautiful thing indeed. It takes an artist in the medium of Starcraft 2 to make that sucker happen. Indeed, indeed. So Knightr is painting his beautiful picture for us at this moment. We'll see if it's going to be a masterpiece or not. That is the question. Is it going to be a masterpiece? We cannot tell. He is just in the beginning stages, putting down his bases. Cool. Knightr with his Nexus out on the field. We're going to see our photon cannon here shortly behind. And your units tab does show 16 probes to 15 drones. Bioice there. Good positioning of the photon cannon. I believe it should be able to wall this off pretty nicely towards this Nexus over here. Going to see him toss down a pylon in that position. Block those Zerglings from cruising around the backside. Will force them to come through the mineral line. There's a nice path for them to go for Knightr. We'll put them in range of that photon cannon there fairly well. And it should be a pretty good little defense. It's a nice way to Forge Fast Expand here. There goes that gateway. This is okay positioning. I prefer it back one more square, actually, but this is not bad. Right now, I mean, I guess you could just take out that... You do kind of have to take out the supply depot, but if you're going to do that. Because then... But you have to do it sooner. So, you know what? All in all, this is great positioning. But all these units, powered by just this one pylon, probably going to see him toss down a second here, I would assume. Maybe in this position here is not a bad spot for it. Double the photon cannons, double the fun. We do have a probe transfer. It is going to be that second base up and running. Back here at Bioice base, he does have his natural. It is 50% complete. Does have his Zergling speed on the way. Did stall mining of his gas for just a little while. Just working on the econ. Units tab shows 19 drones to 23 probes. So a little bit of discrepancy there. Knightr is taking a slight lead economically. One Zergling tried to take down this pylon. Not quite going to happen. Cybercore going down here for Niter, however. Nothing from your forge quite yet, but it will be on the way here momentarily, I would assume. We do have that assimilator currently working on some gas. Just the one for now. Actually, two. I take that back because he did put the one down. Here in his natural, getting that sucker saturated right away. Does have his single zealot out on the field. Looks like he's going for yet another zealot push. Single zealot push. Did I say proton cannon? I meant photon cannon if I did. Maybe I just stuttered. That happens. That happens on occasion. I do stutter quite a bit, but look at this. Niter cruising up here, taking the Xel'Naga Tower. Guess what he sees? Wonder if Bioice is going to cancel this or if he's going to stay forceful here, but he's taking an early third, and guess what? It is a gold expand. Got to love it. Bioice. Quite the wild card, man. This guy makes me super happy. Double Queens here, doing their job, injecting the larva. Looking pretty good. We do have an Evo chamber going to be on the way here for Bioice. Here come your Lings. Looks like they are going to be able to clean out this Zealot here. In just a moment, Zealot does pick up 2 kills, however. Total. And Niter tossing down a pylon. Looks like he may go for a push here in just a little while. I think he is going to go for a 2-base attack since he sees his opponent being a little bit greedy here, trying to get that gold out fast, fast, fast. Are we going to see our drone transfer here? It is up and running, but still no drone transfer. This is one of those things that can pay off almost instantly if you just transfer some drones up there. This looks like he's going to send some up there naturally, whichever ones are spawning, morphing in, or whatever you call it. Good stuff. Yeah, spawning. Zergling's going to be cruising out to a forward position, going to start looking for your attack, but you know what? It may come from this angle right here. He can just warp in down here on the low ground, send his units right over to this position. We do have a couple links just congregating up here for now, though. This is a nice looking defense here from Niter. He's getting us more. Well, he's just got the 2 pylons. I mean, 2 photon cannons, but tossing down a pylon here, getting out an observer. Going to be cruising around. He is going to be chrono boosting out now some warp prisms. So warp prism play, a definite possibility here in just a moment. That will be tons of fun. Robotics Bay is going to be complete. Probably going to see those Colossus here in just a moment. I like it. Bioice does have that gold up and running in fairly decent style. Way ahead right now in the supply can. Let's just check and see what that looks like on the units tab. 55 drones right now to 42 probes of Niter. Now, Niter's still on that 2 base. He does have to be careful. As long as he gets his base down, though, before the 13-minute mark, I will be happy. That tends to be a pretty good indicator of whether or not they feel like they're confident in taking that third, or if they've kind of been forced to have to just get it down. Otherwise, they, you know, I mean, what's their other option? GG. Don't want to do that, so sometimes you feel forced, though, if it is after like the 14-minute mark. It really tends to start feeling a little bit late. Niter with a nice little force here, gearing up. Bioice does cruise forward, taking a look, wants to see what he's going to be going up against. Could have waited just a second. It would have been nice for him to know that there is going to be a Colossus out on the field. One, in fact, picked up immediately by the Warp Prism, so hiding that unit for now is going to be chrono boosting out a second Colossus. Looks pretty good. A lot of warp-ins here for Niter. He's starting to catch up in that supply count there. Just a little bit of fourth, however, is going down here for Bioice in pretty dang good time. That gold is paying off, though. Tell you what, man, he's producing a lot of roaches as well. Starting to gear up for a pretty decent little force. Where did your... Uh-oh, where did that... There it is. There's your Warp Prism. There's your Warp Prism. I was like, where is he going? I was hoping he was going for a drop, but I didn't see anything on the minimap, so... Just mixing it into the army for now. Double the Colossus out on the field. Here comes some more warp-ins, and Niter is going to be making a push here. We'll see how well Bioice will be able to defend. I like this Warp Prism play with the Colossus. It tends to be extremely effective. The Colossus in range, and look at that. One shot almost killing him. If you get 2 shots off, that is lights out for a whole bunch of drones. Looks like the Queen not going to last here, so Niter is going to deny this base. Nice little play there from him. Bioice, however, does have this other base about to go, and he should be just fine there. Looks like he transferred these guys. Going to see some gold back out. A little bit long distance mining here for half a second. All in all, not a bad little deal. A couple of your roaches going to go skirt this army here, trying to get a little bit of a surround. Not a bad little deal. Forcing the engagement. Notice that Bioice still producing Mainly roaches. We saw a couple lings come out, but mainly roaches at this point. He does have these armies just about surrounded here. He's going to go ahead and take out these Colossus. One more Colossus left on the field. Niter struggling to keep enough units out on this field right now. He's got +1 attack on these roaches. These roaches doing a heck of a lot of damage. Going to focus down the stalkers. Nope. They're going to back out. Would like to see him focus down maybe one more of those Colossus, but here comes the attack yet again. We do have plenty of reinforcements here for Bioice. Cruising forward is now focusing down your Colossus, and that is going to put these stalkers definitely at risk. One more Colossus about to be out on the field. This guy is not looking happy, though. He's about to die. Indeed, he does do exactly that. Niter with a couple stalkers out of position here. Here comes your next Colossus. Is he going to be able to hold this off on his own? We're going to need to see some more warpins here. The nice thing for Bioice is he does still have that gold expand. He needs to get it resaturated right now. He does have that supreme map control at this point. Appears to be in phenomenal shape. Cruising over here to take out this robotics facility. Actually be a great snipe at this point. Trying to unpower this. Not quite unpowered. This one back here is the big powerhouse. Good stuff. Good stuff. Looks like Niter will be okay for just a moment, but he is on 2 base, and here we are approaching that 14-minute mark, and this is what I was talking about. He's going to start feeling forced. If next time he tries to go out and take an expansion, he may feel a little bit behind there. Looks like a couple roaches here getting out of position for Bioice, but look at the supply counts. That is telling the tale here. Nearly 2x the supply right now for Bioice. It is a phenomenal position to be in. He is going to go ahead and go for the snipe here on the robotics. Double Colossus here in the back, but that is going to be lights out for them for now. No more Colossus production. Oh, and look at this. The Roach is sniping one of them, now cruising up to the high ground. This guy is running around like a crazy man trying to stay alive here. Picking up a decent amount of kills, but the Stalkers up here on the high ground not going to have a good time with this many Roaches. Looks like these Roaches are starting to stream in, and game number 2 is starting to really go in favor of Bioice here in a very, very big way. 2 base here for Niter under attack at both sides. And your Colossus with 11 kills is finally going to go down here. Roaches versus probes. Never a fun deal if your name is Niter. Game number 2. GG well played from Niter, and GG right back at him from Bioice. Beautiful play. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Game number 4 will be coming at you. It is going to be a match point. So we'll catch you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live show match action. Finally getting back into the mix here yet again. Game 4 coming at you. It is currently match point. Bioice in good shape. 2-1. Niter has to take down the next 2 games to make this sucker happen in a best of 5. Good stuff here. We are going to be in cross positions. This is the ladder version of this map, specifically requested by Niter. And it looks like we're singing songs to each other, and it is making Bioice laugh indeed. It's making me laugh as well. Now, the reason you choose this map, it looks like in the chat before, I think Bioice kind of knows exactly what's going on here, and there is a good possibility for exactly that. It is that you can wall it off with pylons because there is no neutral supply depot. But I don't think that's the reason that Niter wanted this map. I think he wanted it so that he can forge fast expand the way that he wants here. So, I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it's going to go, but he is going to be cruising out with a scout. Wants to see what's going on. But, I mean, you can take this, cannon the heck out of this position here, and it can be difficult to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. See how he's going to proceed, though. Sing with me. I'll sing with you, Niter. I love singing. But go ahead, get started. Oh my goodness, don't leave me hanging. I'm just kidding. Pylon blocked. Forge going down here for Niter. It is going to be a Forge Fast Expand. He is not pylon blocked. What is he talking about here? I think he's just goofing with him, but... I think he probably is. And Bioice does get his hatchery down in great time. Good stuff. He is going to be cruising around, however, with this probe, scaring the daylights out of Bioice. He does not want to get pylon blocked here. It is a no-fun situation. Bioice, nice control. Oh, I love the blockage here from Bioice. And your probe is going to be cruising up to the high ground. We'll see what he's going to do up here. Not tons to do here quite yet, however. He could put a pylon back here. Now, that would be kind of interesting. Bioice going to be cruising out with his drone here. Going for some scouting intel. Back here at Knight's base, we do have that Nexus going down in pretty good time. And the gateway looking okay as well. Photon cannon going down there pretty good as, yeah, I mean, he's going to be okay. Good forge fast expand here. I like this little setup. Not a bad little deal. I don't think he needs to not have that neutral or whatever. I think the neutral supply depot there doesn't impede this build, but it's whatever. Just one of those things. Maybe there's another difference I don't know about. But that's okay. Bioice does complete his hatchery. Appears to be in great shape here. Just the one gas is currently mining. I assume going to stop production at 100. We'll check back in on that here in just a moment. Keep our eye up there. Double gas here for Knightr, so it looks like he is going to be teching here fairly quickly. There goes his Cyber Core, blocking this side off. He's got a nice little position here. He can block this position with that Zealot. And just this one Photon Cannon really can do, you know, a pretty good arc of damage there. It's not bad. Breaks my heart that you'd think I'd pylon block you. Well, you said you would, so you didn't. You went back on your word. What does that mean? What does that mean? APM check. Says PT wins. There you go, brother. Average of 60 and 64. Peaking at well over 120 for both players. Great stuff here. Back here at Bioice base. Look at that, 160 just about there. Good stuff. Back here at Bioice base, we do not have any new tech. He is still actually mining a lot of gas, so actually double the gas down here at his natural. And wow, I mean, he's droning up here, but he's a little bit behind. 28 to 32. It's not bad. It's not bad, but I assume we're going to see some rushed tech. We do have that lair out on the field. What is it going to be? I'm going to have to guess at this point. Mutalisks is about the only thing I can think. But that would be a pretty nice choice here. Knightr, however, probably going to be able to at least hold on to one. He is currently supply blocked. Now, that is no fun. And we do have our Spire here for Bioice going down. Where is he? Where is he hiding it? There it is right there. There it is indeed. Maintaining a little bit of map control with his Lings. Appears to be in great shape. Good stuff. So PT Wins wanted to know the APM check, so he could be able to tell whether or not one of these guys was eating yogurt. So, nobody is eating yogurt today. We'll see if we can call on C. Calms later tonight. See if we can get that guy to play a game for us. But this best of 5 going really well. I love that it's match point here for Bioice. And Knightr is on his back foot a little bit, but quite frankly, he is one of those guys that you know, that can really make a comeback, as well as, I mean, he's just one of those wild card players that's just got some interesting things going. But Knightr is talking. He wants to know his APM there as well. That's kind of funny. Let's take one more look. Average, just about the same. I mean, it's a little bit lower, not by much. He peaks just about as high as Bioice, but I mean, both of these guys rocking and rolling. Now back over here for Bioice, it is going to be those mutas out on the field. Now let's check our AA here. Pylons, we do have a Stargate. 2 Stargates? Wow, 2 Stargates going to be out on the field here momentarily. Not much for AA except for this little position here. He's got double sentries, but that's not quite going to be enough here. Looks like more gateways going to be going down. We do have some Artosis pyloning going down. And here comes your scouting observer. It is a little bit late here. Here come your mutas. They are cruising around the backside of this map. A third going down here for Bioice in a very sneaky location. I like that quite a bit here. I would like to see Bioice catch wind of this Stargate play here. I think is really going to be helpful to him. Here comes some Phoenix. Looks like these guys are going to try and take these guys down. Good kiting there from Knightr. Bioice in pretty good shape here. Good control there. You don't want to chase those Phoenix down, man. You just want to turn around, engage them, force them back, and then get back to work on the mineral line, and he's doing exactly that. Bioice really doing a great job keeping these units alive. Is going to focus down. Oh, almost got both of them killed there. But taking out that entire mineral line there. Beautiful play. Looks like he has done a heck of a lot of damage. Let's check and see what that looks like on the units tab. Knighter currently down to 28 probes. Not a fun situation to be in. Look at this, man. I'll tell you what. Bioice being extremely forceful here with these mutas. Taking out a lot of economy, though. Wow, super cost effective. Great stuff. Looks like we are going to get these guys chased off by a couple Phoenix, however. What does Bioice have in production? It is going to be, hey, more mutas. Woohoo! More mutas cruising out across the field. And here he goes. Bioice going to be going back at it with these mutas. He's got that +1 complete on these guys. Is going to be working on even more, grabbing some more gas here at his third. Knighter got to be careful here. He's got a decent amount of Phoenix out on the field, but man, I'll tell you what, Bioice has just got this kind of critical mass where he can kind of deal with these Phoenix for just a little while. That kiting is absolutely annoying, though. I can tell you that. And that could throw Bioice off just a little bit. But all in all, it looks like Knighter is going to be okay. Let's just check back in on that units tab one more time. Back up to 34 probes, but currently that's all he can do is produce probes and anti-air. And so Bioice able to get his third base up and running. I do half expect to see him take his gold expand here in just a little while. I think it's going to be a very, very smart play. But probably going to see him transition into mass lings. He's really forcing Knighter to get out more Phoenix at this point. And then mass lings behind that I think could be a nice play. But it's up to him. We'll see where he's going to go. He's going to be grabbing Flyer Attack level 2. And Knighter doing a pretty good job. Look at him. He's having to chrono boost the heck out of these Phoenix, man. He's got to keep these suckers in production. These are really keeping him alive, I think, at this point. Bioice going to be securing his 4th base. Looks like it is scouted here by Knighter. Are we going to see some cannoning? Maybe? Looks like a pylon is going to go down, but here comes your mutas yet again. Oh, Knighter running right into him there for half a second. Brutal stuff. That splash damage from Bioice doing a heck of a lot of damage. And wow, these Phoenix not really able to get tons done. Looks like they're picking off a couple of them here and there. Great control from both players, however. I mean, this is really looking good. Bioice still with a supply lead. Oh, but Knighter cannot be losing these Phoenix right now. And indeed, he does do that. This could give Bioice a good reason to stay forceful here. Great movement, great control from Bioice. Great army split, though, from Knighter is really being fairly cost-effective here. But there's just not tons of AA up here in the main. Looks like Bioice is going to have to back out here, though, with these Mutalisks. Looks like Knighter did complete that pylon. I do half expect to see some photon cannons. Indeed, indeed. Indeed we do, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, GG looks like. Wow. So GG from Knighter. That means that Bioice does take it down. Beautiful game there from Bioice, harassing, especially in the light of those Phoenix. I think was really, really nice play. The control is what it came down to. But that is game. That is your best of 5. Bioice is your current champion. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt tab. Always alt Starcraft. We'll catch you guys next time.